Hey guys, welcome back to something on my channel that I haven't done in a while. The reason is because I sort of quit after I had to delete most of them because of copyright reasons. My Oldish game reviews section where I review gaming console stuff from the 90s, I guess. It's basically anything from the 70s to 2000 and I'll go to 7 for now. So yeah, right now I'm going to be reviewing the Gamecom. Just saying, for my old videos, I did do something with the Nintendo 64, the PS2, the PS1, and the only one I was able to leave up is the Dreamcast one. So if you hear me talking about those old videos, I had to delete them. And I think I sound really different in those because that was like in 2012, and it's 2014 now. I feel so old. Anyways, this is the Gamecom. Came out in 97, the year I was born, and it's let me just go over some technical things. I will compare it to this, the original Game Boy, which came out in 1989, and this, the Game Gear, which came out in 1991. These are all, they may vary from a year, depending on where you live, the dates that were released. Anyways, this always was released in 97 wherever it was released. These vary a little bit depending where you're from. Anyways, as you can tell, these are much older because I just told you. I'll go over the hardware stuff and what they look like in a minute. I just want to say I'm not going to be showing you the footage of the Game Boy or Game Gear. I'll do that separately if you guys would like. You guys probably have seen them. Just want to say they're all 8-bit consoles. They're all 8-bit portables or whatever. The Game Gear and Game Boy both have a resolution of 160 by 144 pixels, or like pixels on the screen, you know. And the Gamecom has 200 by 160 pixels. So it has slightly more pixels. That's one of the only things it has going for it, besides it's from 97, so they do have some cool features on here. They may not work well, but we'll find out in soon. I got this for $5 at some guy's junk store. I'm not saying the store is junk, I'm saying it was a store that he basically bought and sold junk. Like, I'm not saying that as a mean thing, I'm saying like, if you ever watch like the American Pickers, they call all the things they pick junk sometimes. Anyways, here's the Gamecom. Yeah, I got this for $5. It has a handle on the top. It comes with a game called Lights Out. It is a portable video system, game system, with touchscreen technology and 5 built-in functions. It was made by Tiger. I'm not sure if I said that. It was made in China. It has some interesting features. Yeah. I guess that's all I can say about it. It's in black and white. There. Now, let me open this up and crush my finger on the cheap, skinny plastic they put in here. And they have put Gamecom on there, so it's not like super cheap. I forget how much. I think it was released for $70. Yeah, I think that's what I saw. And I think the Game Boy was 100. I know the Game Boy, every Game Boy I bought was 100, but that was just the Game Boy Advances, because the other ones I can't remember because I was too young. But anyways, yeah, here's the Gamecom. It has a stylus built into it, which is fancy. The D-pad, unlike the Game Boy, which is a nice one where you can definitely figure out where you're going. It's kind of like the Game Gear, only the Game Gear, you can figure out where you're going. It's really strong and it's tight in there. It's not like bloated out too much. It's there. It's perfect. It's a nice D-pad. This one, by the way, D-pad stands for directional pad. Just thought you should know. If you didn't know and you were like here from, I don't know, clicking on a related video to something involving .com, I really don't know. Anyways, this one's bloated out more, and you can tell it's almost like a half circle was split in half and just dropped on here. It's pretty weird. You can't really figure out a definite way you're going, but it feels sort of cool in the same way. Sorry for not trimming my fingernail, by the way. This has 4 buttons, unlike the Game Gear and Game Boy. It has 3 thingies here, pause, menu, and sound. It also has a analog sound thing on the side, and contrast thing. The thing about the sound button is, I think it's sort of pointless. There. That was it. The Game Boy and this both take 4 AA's. The Game Gear takes 6. So this also is a head up with the batteries. You also can plug it into a power outlet if you have that sort of plug. There's something here. This may be for plugging it into, like, I don't know, something old from '97. I don't know. I should have looked that up. Maybe for like plugging them into each other. Another updated feature is this can hold 2 cards, 2 game cards. So when you're walking around, you don't have to have your pocket full or your pocket holding another game. You just have 2 in there. Okay, I think it's about time we should turn this on. Let me, oh wait, let me go over real quick. This is what the cards look like. There. We all know what a Game Boy card looks like, and if you're too young to know that, it looks like a Game Boy Color card, and if you're too young to know that, you should do some research on Google. Just Google Game Boy. And the Game Gear is slightly bigger than those. Here's some pamphlets. They fill this thing basically full of advertisement, and then at the bottom they tell you the prices may vary on a few games, so don't sue us. And they have a whole entire manual for Lights Out and a whole entire manual for Gamecom. Let's turn it on. Okay, so the only thing here that has a backlight is the Game Gear. The only thing here that has color is the Game Gear. So far, 1991 is doing better on that front. But on features, this is like a PDA. It has a touchscreen, it has a calendar, it has random solitaire, it has a calculator. What is that? High score. Wow, it tells me my high score in something. And a phone book, even though this isn't a phone. I find that feature on a lot of old things from Tiger and cheap PDA things. I don't know why they put that on there. Apparently, well, I guess this was before everyone had cell phones. So, like, if your home phone, you needed... I actually have a landline in here, so if the power goes out and I'm locked in my room, I can call some people. Yeah, that's my plan. I dropped the stylus on the floor. Okay, the screen's sort of screwed up in some ways. That's just the one I got. That isn't, like, a problem with the console. For most people anyways, hopefully. I hope not everyone has that problem. So, the resolution on here is better than, or it has more pixels than each console. That's another cool feature. And it has a touchscreen. Now, touchscreen doesn't work too well because it's resistive. And, but it's okay. You can get things to go through if you try. And this screen actually shows up better on camera. In real life, it's really blurry, like, the calendar thing bouncing around there, when it moves, you cannot read January in real life. It's just like, everything, in this that moves is basically, you're not going to be able to see it. So if you get a game that involves too much movement, you're just going to be blind or completely confused. No matter how much you adjust the contrast. All these functions work. I'll just go through them real quick. We have a phone book where I can say, like, no, what? I don't know how to work you. I'll just exit that. That's what it looks like. All the phone books I've ever used were actual books, not digital things on a blurry screen with a resistive touch screen. Anyways, calendar, or calculator. I already did this. What am I doing? Let me leave. Here's a calendar. Now I haven't been able to figure out how to add anything on this calendar. I know it still thinks it's 1997. Let's go to my birthday and say happy birthday to baby me. Is that July? Okay, it is July 18th. Can I zoom in? There's stuff. What does this button do? Oh, that's search, where I can search for something, I think. I don't think you can actually, as far as I can tell, I don't think you can, like, leave notes and stuff, which is weird. Why would you have why would you need a calendar? Anyways, high score. My high score on solitaire is nothing, and my high score on light out is 2. That was probably from when I was playing it earlier when I failed at my last time reviewing this. Okay, yeah, this is solitaire. It works because it doesn't involve too much movement. So does lights out, actually. Whoops, not new. Lights out works okay on here because it doesn't involve too much movement. Anyways. Okay, it has all these things on the side. You basically press start. And then you have to try to get the colors to disappear. I really am always confused by this game, but yeah, that's basically it. People with a higher, people with more skill in games like this will be yelling at the screen, but yeah, that's that. Still haven't found anything that uses these buttons yet. But yeah, that's the... Oh, that button works, and that button works. Okay, we did something. And you can control the menu. So yeah, that's the Gamecom. If you've ever played a Game Boy or Game Gear, you'll be like, what the heck, why was it, this was made like 6 years after this. Wait, let me get my, yeah, like 6, 7 years, whatever, do the math for me. Anyways, these are made so far apart, and the only difference about them is this was filled with features, but this one is actually comprehensible. You can see the screen, you can play it in the dark, which is amazing. And these games, these two, Nintendo and Sega, they have great games. The Gamecom, it has some great potential for games, but if you get a good game title for it, it's going to be horrible because it's going to be so blurry from its movement. And I'm sorry if you're a fan of this for some reason, but I don't think there's going to be many fans of this. I mean, for all 8-bit consoles, or all 8-bit things here, the only thing that this has is it's filled with features, but it's not really something you would ever play. I mean, I still play this Game Gear all the time, and the same thing with the Game Boy if I ever want to play an old Pokemon or something. This I'll never want to pick up and say, hey, let me play a blurry game, or let me play that lights out game that I still haven't figured out. I'm sorry, but yeah. So, that's my review. I wouldn't suggest this unless you're a collector like me who loves collecting oldish gaming stuff. Tell me if you want me to do a private review of the Game Gear, because I would love to show you some footage of the Game Gear to show you how much better it is compared to this screen. Because really, when it comes down to gaming stuff, shouldn't we be like, shouldn't we be into the games, not the system itself? We should be more into the games, and really this doesn't have any good games for it if you research it. It's just a cool little thing. So both Nintendo and Sega both have some really nice games, so get one of those. This was 70. This is just a review here, but this was $70 when it was released, and those were more expensive. But I don't think it would have been worth it. I mean, maybe back then because we were entertained by anything. I mean, I remember playing Finding Nemo on my Game Boy Advance for like 10 hours straight. I don't know how I could put up with that, especially when it used passwords, and I forgot passwords every time I turned it off. But anyways, yeah. Gamecom 97. Hooray. Leave a comment. Tell me what you thought. I hope I'm not forgetting of saying anything. Bye.